The Bulldogs and the Swans to engage in today's match, which has an ominous air of hostility. I'm Dennis Cometti and I'm glad you could join us. It's quite a balmy day. Joining me is former Richmond full forward, the great Matthew Richardson.
Hi Dennis, I'm looking forward to the first siren. Even though it's an exhibition match, Dennis, we expect that both teams will want to win.
They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. The batters look great as the players get set to run through them. A big roar. Sydney enter the arena. We have the toss of the coin. The opening siren is moments away and you can feel the excitement building. The players contest the first bounce.
Both teams will want to make their mark early.
Here's the bounce. Naismith really gets onto this one. Roberts hand passes to space and hopes for the best. Umpire not hesitating to call the ball up right there. Roughhead without a touch, the clearance by Naismith. Franklin approaching home now. Goes up the line. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. Puts boot to ball. Magnificent leap and mark. Franklin, urged on by the crowd, prepares to kick. Well, if you could hand-pick a position, this is it, straight in front of the goals. Point the difference. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. He's looking for options now. Franklin, a routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Going for goal number 1. No good. Sydney by 2 points. Disappointing kick there.
Morris is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. Roberts gets the catch. He kicks it long. Good mark.
Slams it on the boot. A great effort. He decides to play on. He lays off the pass. Chips it down towards half forward. The ball mopped up. Cordy onto the ball. Approaching the goals now. Cordy just manages to sink it. The Western Bulldogs won't be so desperate after that goal.
Cordy has the ability, I think, to be a 20 to 30 a goal season player.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce.
Naismith is a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often. He gets it under pressure.
Kicked by Naismith. Great mark. Oh, something must have carried that. It's a lovely long kick. Rowan puts it on the boot. Hanbury has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. A desperate kick there. Nice hands. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. A goal here will put them in front. A monster of a kick gets home. Chalk it up 6 points. Kicks the goal. That'll be a team lifter. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Deft touch from Naismith. Ball up in the centre square.
Roughhead has been a solid contributor for this team. His coach will know what to expect from him week to week, which really helps when structuring the team. The mark will be paid. Smith slams the ball to his boot. Really solid use of the body to outmark his opponent. 50 metres is the call.
Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 40 metres out. Kennedy appears to think if you turn the ball over, you'll find instructions on the other side. The siren sounds, and that's the end of the opening term. The score's Sydney 9 to the Bulldogs 6.
They're in front and they deserve to be in front. They stepped up in all areas and really made their opposition look second rate.
Disappointing kick there. Let's go to Richo now and take a look at the stats.
Both teams failed.
Here we go again. The Rucks can't complain about that true bounce. Cleared by Naismith. Roberts controls. Squeezes out a handball. Ball up in the centre square. Tapped by Roughhead. Gets the loose ball. Jams it on the boot now. Good mark by Stringer. Gets the loose ball. Dalhouse offers him a lead. Nice hands.
Mills can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he brings his A game to every match. Parker with a strong mark. He boots it. McVeigh just wanted it more then.
Too far out to score short. McVeigh pulls the trigger with the ball sailing for goal. Bontempelli feeds it wide. Marked by Stringer. He hand passes the ball. Shot at goal by Dalhouse. Nice mark there. Aaliyah directing the play. Sends it outside the 50. He runs into the goal. The ball is slammed towards goal by Cordy. That'll be brought up by the coach at training. Runs out of room. And is over the boundary line. The ball is coming back into play. Roughhead with the punch. Bontempelli sticks out his hands and collects the ball. The Bulldogs only trailing by less than a goal. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. A good mark under the circumstances. Handball short. A goal here will put them in front. The Bulldogs get a goal. The Western Bulldogs get back on top again.
Cordy wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Tapped by Naismith. He's done a Lady Gaga. He kept everyone guessing. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. He's missed it. The Swans trail by less than a goal. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Morris can read the play really well. I think he's definitely on his way to becoming one of the best in the league. Franklin has a kick. Franklin puts it through. The Swans are back in front.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckmen unleash. Naismith taps it. He hand passes the ball. He's racking up possessions. Franklin gets the goal with an ambitious kick. Good things come in threes. That's his third. Big goal for Sydney. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Gives it to the running man. Approaching the goals now. Going for goal number 3. Just fell through. Cordy puts them back in contention. This game is getting more exciting by the second. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The Rucks can't complain about that true bounce. Roughhead with the hit. Bontempelli in the back. How did you see that last quarter, Richo?
The Bulldogs were in low and hard early, applying plenty of pressure. But as the game settled, Sydney started getting on top, running.
And here we go for this. The bounce is straight up and down. Naismith. I've seen better swings on a condemned playground. Hand passed by Heaney. Approaching the goals now. Roughhead going for number 1. And they like it behind the goals. He likes it. Goal. He sinks his first goal. The Bulldogs get the badly needed goal. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Roughhead is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Naismith. Gains possession. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. Smith wins the marking contest. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. Going for goal number 1. It's in the air. Smith executes the goal well. That's 3 in a row for the Western Bulldogs. The Bulldogs leads by 9.
Smith needs to practice his goal-kicking routine. It helps a player handle any situation in the game. If he does that more often, then he might enter the league of the elite goal kickers.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Roughhead totally outclassed in that contest. Lobs the handball. Puts the head down as he runs in. And the ball goes out of bounds. The boundary umpire is called for the footing. The umpire has released the ball. Roughhead with first hands to the ball. Bounces favourably for Rampy. Finding the running player. Picked up by Canterbury.
The Western Bulldogs are hustling and hassling their opponents, forcing the Swans into errors when they have the ball and limiting their opportunities to possess it at all. McRae kicks for goal. Boyd catches it, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Boyd with the shot. That goal could really swing the momentum in their favour.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Naismith with the tap. Dalhouse sends it out to space. Kicked by Picken. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Works it across the ground. Kennedy takes it well.
Kennedy is just ridiculously consistent. I'd like to see a clanger from him for a change. When coaches have someone like him in the lineup, they can just sleep a lot easier knowing how reliable he is. Franklin takes a shot. The ball's travelling. If that was basketball, you'd call that from downtown. That will lift the team's spirits.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Naismith without a touch. The clearance by Roughhead. Liberatore feeds it wide. Heaney with the mark. Choose to kick it. Canterbury got under it. Sends it on its way. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. A spearing kick from Jack. Marks. This is a great angle to kick from. He kicks it. Strong mark. Boyd gets the ball. Looks like he panicked there. A low stabbing kick. Takes it well. It's a beautiful angle right where you need it. Canterbury. The long kick doesn't make the goal. The Swans trailing, but they can still easily catch up from here. Disappointing kick there. Let's take a look at the stats, Richo.
Well, the scoreboard says they're winning, but
the final... A dead straight bounce. Guided by Roughhead, Liberatore comes away with the ball. He gets a kick out of the pack, takes that one strongly. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. 60 metres out. Dixon takes a shot at goal. Great grab. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. The ball is thumped towards goal by Boyd. The Bulldogs lead the Swans by 14.
Boyd's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster.
Roberts passes it. Picken slams it on the boot. Boyd has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. It's in the air, and the ball goes out of bounds. Sends the Sharon on its way. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Kennedy sends one up towards the wing.
Mills has got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. Good mark. He gets boot to the ball. Liberatore hands over the ball. Hanbury kicks the ball. That's a nice strong mark.
Jams it on the boot now. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. He's a long way from home, but he's a chance. The mark is taken by Parker. 65 metres out. A set shot on a 45-degree angle. The goal eludes him just wide of the target. Another behind and another disappointment for Sydney. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Nice mark under pressure. Franklin looking to add another. What a match he's having. The scoreboard's starting to worry the Swans now. It's not the score he was looking for.
The Bulldogs have been so precise with their disposal and with their delivery their forwards have been receiving. It's no wonder the Swans are starting to fall behind. Roughhead heads in for the goals. Strong mark there. Boyd lines up.
He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. He takes an uncontested mark. Boyd kicks hard along the boundary line. He looks a chance. Boyd, that's a ripper. A cool, calm head, clearing it out of defence. He gets above the crowd. It's a beautiful angle, right where you need it. Pickett. The ball's in the air. If anyone ever doubted your value to this side, young man, you've just blown it away with an incredible goal. The Western Bulldogs, players with massive smiles on their faces now. They needed that. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Effective hit out there. Pickett on the ball at the moment. Dalhouse gives the ball to the man on the run. Hands like dinner plates. The Bulldogs have played some very good football indeed, and they've been rewarded with a win. Now that it's all over, how did you see that game, Richo?
You have to take some positives out of the loss, but they're going to get judged by the media because it was just such a big game. You don't want to make a habit out of accessing losses like that.
Final scores are 49-31. That's it for this match. Thanks to my co-commentator, Matthew Richardson.
Thanks, Dennis. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Until next time, goodbye.
The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce.